money. Wall Street and the banks are telling you to save your money, put your money in a retirement account, 401k, or a SEP program, or an IRA. Folks, these things are scams, okay? Big question keeps getting asked to me, what would you do, or what advice would you give your 20-year-old self? Let me tell you what I would do. God, I wish I could go back, since I can't. What I can do is use this channel to help you maybe make some different decisions. So look, 20 years old, let me tell you where I was. I'd had a couple of really big losses in my life. I lost my dad when I was 10, and then lost my older brother. I was 20 years old. He was 25, and he was both of these guys were my role models. Yeah, 20 years old. I was in college, but wasn't committed to college. I was borrowing money to go to college. I was using drugs and alcohol. Almost daily, probably, for sure. Skipping class, there was no commitment. Fired from 5 or 6 jobs while I was going to college. Just making all the wrong decisions. Didn't know where I was going. Didn't have anybody to talk to. Didn't have any mentors. Didn't have a channel like this where I could go find somebody that would share their experiences. Didn't even know to ask the question, hey, what would you do? I didn't have anybody to ask. Hey, look, if you could go back 20 or 30 years, what would you ask me 20 years ago? Or what would you tell me? What would you do different, right? So let me tell you what I would do different. First of all, you got to avoid the things that you do different. When I was 25 years old, I turned my life around. I'm like, I got to get this thing in order. I almost died multiple times between 20 and 25. Finally, at 25 years old, I'm like, okay, I got to turn this thing around. For real, man. And first thing I would tell you, 20-year-old Grant, dude, drugs, alcohol, I don't care what drug you think you're doing, it's okay, Grant. I'm just giving this advice to myself. Leave all the drugs and the alcohol alone. They're a waste of time, energy. Contrary to what people say, they do not make you more creative. They basically waste time. Any creativity you have, you can find without the assistance of any drugs, any alcohol. Number two, you got to change your friends. Whoa. You need to make these people your friends. People that have time to get away. People that are working. People that are creative. Surround yourself with people that are doing things, that are seeking to be better. I was hanging around people that were destroying themselves every day. People that were criticizing others that were successful, that were wasting time. They weren't looking for anything except how everybody else was wrong, how they had been wronged. I know because I was doing this. I spent all my time talking about how the rich guy had his kids in tennis classes and golf classes, and they had a boat and they went skiing, how he was such a prick. In reality, I should have been looking at what did this guy do to create a situation where he could pay for his kids to learn tennis, if they want to, golf, and skiing. I was asking the wrong questions. I would tell my 20-year-old self, change the questions you're asking. Change the way you look at things. Quit being so resentful and hateful. It doesn't matter that you lost your dad and you lost your brother and that you're hurt and you're angry. Get over it, man. And have something to look forward to. The one other thing that I would tell my 20-year-old self, look, I own 7 businesses. And I would not tell the 20-year-old Grant to go get six businesses. I would tell him to learn everything he can about real estate. Everything. Real estate is the business that's allowed me to go on these magnificent trips that I'm taking my family on. I've been in business for myself for 30 years. Okay? 6 businesses combined do not allow me to go on these trips. It is the real estate by and of itself that's allowed me to take my wife and kids, employees, partners, friends on these magnificent trips. So I would tell the 20-year-old Grant, hey, learn everything you can about a particular specific type of real estate. Not all real estate, a specific real estate. There's a very, very specific real estate that for hundreds of years has allowed everyday people, everyday common people to create lifestyles that were mind-boggling. You guys are listening to me. Learn everything you can about income-producing real estate. Wall Street is telling you to save your money. Wall Street and the banks, they're telling you to save your money, put your money in a retirement account, 401k or a SEP program or IRA. They're telling you to buy a house, buy a house, spend 20 or 30 years there. It's a way to save money. It is a scam. Listen to what I'm telling you, begging you to figure this real estate thing out, Mr. 20-year-old Grant Cardone. Okay? And when my dad died, even though my dad had done well, it was obvious to me that we did not have financial freedom because my mom, who was the best friend of my entire life, was terrified. The week that she should have been in grief because of her husband dying, she was terrified because she knew the finances had stopped. So at the age of 10 years old, I wouldn't remember this until I was about 30. At the age of 10 years old, I realized, hey, look, when the money stops, everybody gets terrified. See, that can happen to a business, right? You could have a great business. You could have an e-commerce business, and it could get destroyed because some bad news comes out. Some bad news comes out about the products that you've been selling. Or some competitive advantage comes out and replaces that product. Or who knows, maybe the internet goes down. That's going to happen in our lifetime. But when you invest in the right kind of real estate that produces income, that pays the expenses, that takes care of the property taxes, that allows for enough money to take care of the tenants and the security and the landscaping and the management, right? Anybody that's ever had a bad experience with real estate, I can tell you, guarantee you, I can tell you, it was less than 8 units, probably in a bad location. You bought it because it looked like a great cash on cash return. You were bragging about some 20% cash on cash, and then as soon as the economy crashed, and or before that, you couldn't keep the tenants in it. Tenants, termites, and toilets, they killed you. Not true. What killed you was it didn't produce enough income to warrant the trouble. 30 years I've been buying real estate. I've bought over $1 billion worth of real estate. $1 billion. We own about $900 million of that real estate today. I started with 1 unit. My second deal was 38 units. My third deal was 48 units. My fourth deal was 92 units. Don't make mistakes buying the wrong stuff. By the way, this is not the kind of real estate I'm talking about. All this real estate right here is garbage. You're like, what? Garbage. This is for rich people that are bored. Not creating people. These people are not creating anymore. They're like, hey, let's just blow $6 million on this little joint. We'll come here once or twice a year. This is ridiculous. All this real estate right here is some of the dumbest investment real estate in the world. If it doesn't pay you, it's not a good investment. I know some of you are going to hate on me for this. You're going to be like, man, a house is a good investment. Only because you've been told that. It's not a good investment. Never has been a good investment except for one group. Which group benefited from housing in America? That's what I'm telling my 20-year-old self. Hey, leave the drugs and alcohol alone. Leave it alone until you get your money right. Go 2, change your friends. Hang with the people that are dreaming. Hang with the people that are doing, not the people that are complaining, bitching, moaning, groaning, negative. those people and replace them with people that are positive, people that are doing things. The third thing, start learning about real estate right now, right this second. Okay? You can figure out how to start buying this stuff yourself, or create a partnership, or find somebody that's out putting their own money, their own time, their own energy in deals, and partner with them. I promise you, it will provide you with financial freedom that will boggle your mind in the future. It takes time. Okay? It's not going to be easy, but I guarantee you this, nothing's easy, you know that. I guarantee you this. This is the one business that will be here 10 years, 20 years, 30 years from now. Will take care of your family after you're gone. I could die right now. I could have a heart attack on this beach right now. The real estate that I own will take care of my family and my charities for decades, probably centuries to come. So that's the advice I would give you. Last piece of advice. Talk about people once you make it.